morning, I'm back with another one, just a quick one just to show you how to use this tool here, anchored volume profile and a fixed range volume profile as well. Because it can be a really powerful tool in trading to actually see where certain coins are going to go, see where the major volume areas are, see where there isn't much volume, these little zones here, and that's what we're going to be looking at today. So what I'll do is, let me just remove these drawings. Right, I'll remove these drawings and we'll go from there. So what we'll do is, the top of the range, this is how I'll be using it. I'll go to the anchored. All you've got to do is click the top of the range. This is on the 4 hour. And if you have a look here, we've got the value area high, we've got the point of control, and then we've got the value area low. And we'll be looking at these areas to see where, we're on Bitcoin at the minute, see where Bitcoin potentially could go. And you're gonna mark these out, these areas, with your horizontal lines. So generally what you'll see with these areas is, like we had here, it pushed up outside the value area. So it pushed up here, outside the value area, came back into the value area, then tried to push the value area high once again, and dropped again back to the point of control. This is why I like to trade long-term trades, because it's so much easier to trade these long-term trades with this volume profile. You can also use something else here. You've got something called market cipher. So these red and green dots are when money's flowing out and money's flowing in. At the minute, with this red line here, you've got money flowing out of Bitcoin, but you've also got the area of where it's actually come down to at the minute. So these green dots here, what a buy, and another confluence to help you with that, you're trading below the value area low. So you could have taken a quick long round this area, but you also want to try and look at the candles to see what we've got going on. You know, like bullish confirmation, bearish confirmation, things along them lines. You know, like you've got an indecisive candle right here, and then it drops. You've also got your red dot. Quick trade on that is a 10% move. So at the minute, we're trading below the value area low. So you want to wait for a confirmation, you know, use cipher, see if we can get a green dot coming in round this area where money will start to flow back in. At the minute, my personal opinion, but this is just my opinion, I'm looking at this area here, around 52. I'm not saying it is going to go down to 52, but there is a potential for it to go down to 52. You know, the structure that we're creating at the minute you know, if you're using your trend lines and things like that. We're creating downward momentum. We're still in a bullish structure in effect, but we are creating downward momentum. So I'd keep an eye on that. You know, I could see something like this back into this area, consolidation, before we get another big push up. And that's what I'm looking at with Bitcoin at the minute. Before we can take our longs, I reckon this area here, when it pushed up like that, were a bit of a bull trap. And I reckon a few people went long here. Don't get me wrong. You got a 6% move if you were quickly trading in and out. But I wouldn't have taken that trade there yet. I'd have waited. We've also got another one, a fixed range volume profile, where you can go from this area here, drag it to where we are at the minute. And we are trading below the value area low at the minute. Just like we did here. And like we did here. But it was a quick wick to the downside. Big push up. Consolidation around the point of control. And then a push off again. So you can use these as like support areas, resistance areas. But I like to use the bigger one, the anchored volume profile. And we can see that these are value areas at the minute. Or we can go from the big move here up. And then we've got another area here. And that's the value area low before the big push up, which is around 38. I'm not saying we are going to go down to 38, but you've got to keep that in mind, that there is a potential to come and draw back down into these areas. And then, like I say, if we use the volume profile from there to there, this is the new area of control at the minute where we are. So we've got a few areas that we can look at, but at the minute we are trading below the value area low. And I was saying it the other day, that's why I could see us pushing back to around 63 before any further move down, or we go to a 62 again, get rejected, and then push further down to the old area of interest, which is around 52k. So there's another two coins that I want to talk about. Let me just save that. ARB. So we've got ARB here, and we are trading below the value area low again. But if we get that, this is why I like to put the volume profile from up top and one down here, because it gives you the value areas of where it's been previously. And if you look at the big volume node around here, that's why we've come back into this area, because this was the previous point of control where most volume was traded. So we want to see somewhat along these lines. And then because this area here, there isn't much volume in this area, if it does push past that, it will accelerate. And then it will come to this next value area here. So you want to put your volume profile from the top. This is for longer term trades. From the top, go back to the bottom and put 1 at the bottom. So you can see the value areas and the pointer controls where we were previously. So you want to see it come up, retest, but you also want to look at the confirmations. You also want to look at the candles, the way the candles are forming. You know, and if you look at this selling pressure around these areas, it's getting weaker and weaker. You've also got your volume that's getting lower and lower. You want to see a push from that area. You want to see big bullish momentum coming in, big volume coming in. A bit similar to this area here. You had a lot of bullish momentum coming in here. And you got a lovely 23% move. Even if you took the trade from there, that's 23% move. So you want to keep an eye on these volume profiles. They are really, really good to help you along with your trades. That's why I like to use them. And if it's come outside of them areas, the value areas, like the value area low here, see how we came back out? Zoom in a little bit for you. See how we came out of the value area, pushed back into the value area. A lot of people will be like, oh, I've missed that entry. See how it came back to retest that value area low and then pushed off. So there's always an entry. People just think they've missed the entry straight away. And we are getting another area here again where we want to see it's in the point of control at the minute. If it does drop into this area and comes outside the area and you get consolidation and it comes back up, retest, and then a big push off. So these are the areas that I'm looking at the minute. So I'm looking around this area, and I'm also looking around this area. We want to see it push up outside, retest, and then push off. But I'll be waiting for that. Then I've got Flor. I've been looking at Flor. So if I move that 1 minute, get this anchored from the top of the range. Look where we are at the minute. We're at the point of control. And we want to see it come back above the point of control, a bit similar to what happened here, and it will retest, push off. Look, we even got another retest there. These are the opportunities to get in. And you also want to be looking at your volume. What sort of volume's actually coming into this coin? That's what I look at. And then you've also got other confluences, like I say, if you use your market cipher, go onto your daily and have a look at your market cipher here. You've got your green dot at this area. It's another 17-18% move from that area. And And like I say, I've gone from the top. So I get my anchored. And then I'll look at the bottom area where we bottomed out. See how it gives us two areas. So at the bottom of the zone, now we're trading above the value area high, but we're also trading inside the top of the point of control. So we want to see it come above, but on the top value area, the volume profile, sorry, we're now trading below the value area. We want to hold these areas. We don't want to see something like this. We don't want to see that. We want to see it hold this area. We want to see it come back up above this area, consolidate like it is doing, and then push off back to that value area high. And then what it'll do is it'll start to create more volume up in these areas, but there ain't a lot at the minute. And then what you'll see is if it starts to consolidate around these areas, that'll then create a new point of control. And then we can get something like that. That's what we want to be looking at. And it will basically just a quick one on these volume profiles and how useful these volume profiles actually are. So if we have a look at Ethereum at the minute, Ethereum is trading at the value area low. So if we get another one from the bottom, look at the area of interest here. A lot of volume, and what happens is a lot of these coins, they're attracted to this volume. That's why I use two. That's why I get one from the top, one from the bottom, and then it gives you areas of interest where you can mark out them areas of interest. And like I say, we always use volume, so you can get your lines. That's a value area low. That's a point of control. That's a value area high. That's a value area low. That's a point of control, and you can use these as your levels. Mark these out as your levels. And then you can trade inside these levels, but at the minute we are creating downward momentum. I'm not saying we are going to come back down into these areas, but there is a potential to come back to these areas. And then even on the shorter time frames, right, let's go to the hourly. Let's just turn off market size for a minute. And you've also got these are good areas as well. But I've already gone through the Spaceman BTC key levels in a separate video. So if we look at this area here of consolidation, you can get your fixed range volume profile from that bottom area. Go to that area. Can you see how we're actually, when we come outside of that value area, we generally pull back into the point of control. Now at the minute, look, it happens all the time. We're trading outside the value area low. We come back to the point of control. We then consolidate inside the point of control. We then come back outside the point of control. And we're now trying to push back to the point of control. So we're at the value area low. we've double bottomed. You know, we've double bottomed. Take your trade there when we've come. So if you'd have seen that double bottom there, you start to see that bullish candle that came in there. You take a long there. Your stop loss is below that area, and you're targeting that. This is why volume profiles are absolutely fantastic to look at. I know there's another one that everybody were trading yesterday. So let's go to this one. Right. So we'll go with a fixed range volume profile at the minute. From this low area to this area here. I don't know why that's not working, but yeah. Let's have a look again. From this area to this area. Right. So can you see here? We're trading above the value area high at the minute. Even just using a fixed range volume profile. But yesterday when people had orders set around here, I would have set up an order around here as well. But I'd have waited to see what sort of reaction we had here. If we'd have got a candle that did this and closed there, and then we had that and a little touch back up, and then it closed below, then you're going to look at something like that. But we didn't get that. We didn't get that sort of movement. At the minute, I've took a short on front for the simple fact that we are trading outside that value area high at the minute. So we've tested it, coming back up. I'm looking at something along these lines. That's the trade I've took at the minute, to see where we can go with this trade. If it hits, it hits. If it doesn't hit, it doesn't hit. Oh well. You know, at the minute I'm 26% up on this trade. What we want to see now, because it's trading outside the value area, it's a magnet. All this volume down here is a magnet. And we want to see it come back below this area, hit that area. And it's probably going to take a day or so to play out. But I am shorting it, and I'm 53% up at the minute. Sorry, I was just looking at my trade. But you do want to see it fall below this. On this hourly, at the minute, you want to see it fall below. If it doesn't fall below, and then retest, you know, you want to keep an eye on this. That's my personal play on this coin at the minute. I want to see it fall below this area. Even if we go to the daily. I've got a volume profile already set on the daily. And the main area is at $1.2. $1.2. The main area at the minute. And that's what I'm waiting for. I want to see this coin test this area before it can start to move off. Or it could come below this area and then retest value area low here. That's what I'm looking at the minute. Let's see its reaction, let's see how it does. But like I say, this was just a quick one on volume profiles and how you can actually use them. And you can also implement market cipher at the same time. How you got your money outflowing at this area. You could have taken a short there. A lot of people think that the move's already gone here, but it hasn't. You still got a 69% drawdown. But before this coin can move off any higher, personally, I do think that it's going to have to retest this area. But I'll keep you updated with it. And that's it for now. Check out the volume profiles. Let me know what you think. And just leave a comment and let me know how you're getting on with it. Well, that's it, and I'll catch you in the next one.